mean, let's just be honest, man. You get on a streak, 30 days, 40 days, you're flipping, you feel like you're the king, but then you fail again, you relapse again, and then you repeat the cycle, bro. Maybe you're like, it's day zero, you go on a fapathon, and then you just continue fapping and fapping and fapping. And then one day you get motivation again because you watched Andrew Tate. And then you flipping go on like a 13-day streak, but then you repeat failing again, you keep on relapsing, you keep watching porn. Isn't that what flipping happens, bro? At this point, I think Nofap is literally just helping you to relapse. Like, what is even the use of listening to the advice that they keep on giving on those YouTube videos, those Nofap timelines? Because if I'm being honest, bro, I was there myself. Like, I literally used to follow Nofap advice when I wanted to actively quit porn. I think this was like 4 years ago, when I was first addicted to porn, and I just knew it was a bad habit I needed to quit. You know, like I was feeling so guilty going to school because I knew I would fap all the time. Like it just sucked. It actually kind of ruined the way I'm like social with people nowadays because I was just entering high school, hormones were going up, but I just felt like I couldn't speak to people because I was always filled in shame. Bro, I tried looking at the timelines, I tried telling myself to get on a very long streak. I would count my days. Flipping at day 7, I think that I was building more muscle, I was like becoming more attractive on day 5. I was trying to like listen to all of these things, but I would feel like it was just my confidence as a person, my image. Sometimes I would even get up to flipping day 32. I remember there was a time I was at day 32, bro. Life felt good. I felt like I was like a kid again, right? Like a Super Saiyan. But all of a sudden, I come back home from school and everything just goes wrong. And I literally went so fast, like I relapse so flipping fast because I'm like that horny. I'm like, oh, boom, I've relapsed once again. And the moment that happens, you can imagine my self-image, my mental health just goes all the way flipping down. Yeah, I go to school the next day and I just feel like an incel, even though people are literally just treating me like a normal human being. Deep inside, I'm literally telling myself that I should be treated like a worse person, even though they don't even know what I flipping did. Like, that's crazy. Can you imagine that I'm telling myself I should be treated like a worse person because I'm a day zero? Like, that's stupid. No wonder I keep on relapse. I kept on relapsing. The only time I quit, bro, was when I started something called progressive deload, which was where I completely forgot about Nofap. Like, I stopped counting my streaks. I stopped listening to the advice online. I cut myself off from that bull crap. And instead of counting streaks, because that literally sets you up for failure, bro, I actually counted how many times I would relapse. And I would count so that it could actually decrease month by month, tracking it. And over time, I quit. Because yes, I quit, like, it's been more than a year now. I completely quit. There's another thing I also did, but it was not Nofap, because Nofap just helps you flipping relapse. You bastard it, literally. What is progressive deload? Okay, listen. Nofap will help you relapse actually, because every single time you get on a streak, you're telling yourself that you're a perfect person because it didn't rain, right? Because you didn't relapse. But the moment it rains, because it's inevitably gonna flipping rain, bro. If it rains every year, you're inevitably gonna relapse if you're just starting out on Nofap and you're still addicted to porn. You can't just quit porn in an instant because you've been ingraining the addiction into your head for like years, right? Not months. The moment you relapse, when it rains inevitably, now you're telling yourself that you're all of a sudden a bad person. Really? Every time you flipping fail, you tell yourself you are a bad person. And then it's like you try to go perfect again. Just like the alcoholist who's always relapsing, he's always trying to like go on streaks, he's counting his streaks. It sets you up for failure, bro. Stop giving a crap about what these people say, bro. It sets you up for failure. Do progressive deload. Stop counting your streaks completely. Leave all of that crap. Leave the timelines. I'm not saying it's a lie, but leave it alone. What I want you to do instead now, count how many times you failed this month. Count how many times you relapsed, you busted, you watched porn this month in total. You must know that number, like keep it somewhere, like actually track it on a notepad or something. I'm not telling you to be lazy with this crap because you're not gonna quit. Count how many times you relapse per month and try to decrease that number month to month. For example, April, relapse 17 times. May, you have to try to get that number down to at least 16 or 15 or 13. Actively trying to like not watch porn. And I'm telling you, if you actually like get that intent, you're gonna see the number going down each month, month 2, month 3, 10, 9, 4. Soon you'll get, but sometimes, I'm not gonna lie to you, the number is just gonna go up for no reason. Sometimes you're literally just gonna go like, yeah, you've relapsed 12 times, 9 times. But in the third month you relapse like 14 times out of nowhere. It happens, hurts happen, but continue going down. Don't allow it to derail your mindset. Just keep on trying to go down. And I'm telling you, eventually, like me, I remember when I started doing this, you will get to a point where you're only failing like once or twice in a month, which is actually pretty dang good. But now when you get to that point, you might get stuck there. You literally might get stuck. Guys, I keep relapsing like once or twice each month, man. When am I gonna quit this thing? Be patient. Now you're gonna do this. You're probably gonna have to change your environment for like 99% of your day, which means stay away from the place that you keep relapsing, which is like your room. Stay away from your room. Don't stay in your room. Like, don't like, chill in your room when you wake up, because that's the place you keep on gooning, bro. That's the place you keep on. Because for me, the way I quit, it was the moment I came back home and I told myself I'm gonna stop staying in my room, even if I wanna study, even if I wanna chill. I'm gonna stay away from my room and chill somewhere else in the house that's more public, so that I can't relapse as easily. Because imagine if you're just in your room, bro, you can easily lock yourself up, right? And you start fapping. And before you know it, you're flipping nutted and you feel like an idiot. But now imagine you're always out of your room. Maybe you're also going out to the gym. You have all of these things, but you also chill outside your room with family where they can see you. Relapsing is 10 times harder. You're not even gonna do it anymore. You see? Be patient with the process, by the way. Like, I know you feel like you wanna start quitting now because you just relapsed like an idiot. But hey, be patient. You've ingrained this addiction for so long, so don't expect to quit it so fast. You still have to fill in the big hole that you've dug yourself, okay? But be patient. You will quit if you follow this advice. That's all I'm saying.